Good afternoon. This is Sarah Honeydew with J&S Biblical Productions, November 1st, 1840. We are in the final days of the election campaign of 1840. The antics of the two presidential candidates, William Henry Harrison and Martin Van Buren, are like the behavior of children as described in the parable of children in the marketplace in Luke chapter 7, 31-35. We have the two campaign managers with us today, Mr. Nicholas Biddle for General Harrison and Stanley Blank for Martin Van Buren. Let's keep this debate friendly and clean with no mudslinging. First, gentlemen, what are the issues?
Miss Honeydew, issues are what we steer away from.
So, what do you promote?
We want to avoid discussion of difficult national issues such as slavery or the national bank. We Whigs want to have no campaign platform. We reason that by taking a stand on anything, it would enable the Democrats to instantly rally in opposition.
Well, that seems kind of strange. So what are you focusing on?
Personalities. Since candidates don't campaign for themselves in our generation, we can portray them in a way that appeals to the common man. For example, we show William Henry Harrison as born in a log cabin and drinking hard and soft cider. In this way, it shows up Martin Van Buren as an aristocrat and a wealthy snob who is too out of touch with the common people to be president.
I just happened to be listening to your campaign rhetoric, and I think it's a bunch of claptrap. General Harrison was born to a wealthy, prominent planter in Virginia, and his father signed the Declaration of Independence.
Well, who are you, and why are you spoiling my campaign strategy?
I am Bertha Sedgway, and I am the receptionist here at J&S, and I am here to bring truth to your election campaigns.
Elections aren't a place to put truth into. This is a time for portrayals, enhancing one's candidate with catchy slogans. Well, look at ours. Tippy Canoe and Tyler too. Log cabin and hard cider. We also have a large steel ball with slogans on it. It takes 10 men to push it through the streets. Our slogan is, keep the ball rolling. That slogan will be famous someday. And we chose Tyler as running mate because he's from the South, Virginia. And I have one more thing to say. Since Van Buren became president in 1837, we had the worst economic depression in American history. That's why Van Buren is Van the used up man. And in the House of Representatives, he's called Martin Van Ruin.
I want to say something about Anna Harrison, the general's wife. I heard that when he was nominated, she said, "I wish that my husband's friends had left him where he was, happy and contented in retirement. She's a real horse's ass."
All right, well, this is mudslinging. So can you please promote something positive?
Why, yes, the Battle of Tippecanoe in 1811, when General Harrison defeated the Shawnee Indians and killed Chief Pontiac. That makes him a hero. People like heroes like George Washington crossing the Delaware.
Oh, well, that was so long ago. That was like 29 years ago. He was 38. Now he's 67.
Then we package Harrison with festivals, parades, posters of log cabins filled with cider, and the music of Yankee Doodle, and show General Harrison wearing a buckskin cap drinking cider.
I think you've been drinking too much cider. General Harrison is a humble man, and last year he said that the high office was not his ambition. Your campaign is like children playing in the mud, building a log cabin on a foundation of lies.
Enough. Mr. Blank, let's hear from you. What does Martin Van Buren stand for?
Oh, as per tradition in our century, presidential candidates don't personally campaign. Instead, he communicates his points through letters. I believe in Jacksonial ideals. strict adherence to the Constitution and protection of states' rights. I believe in federal government of limited powers that would usurp the powers of the people.
Oh, that's very dull. You see, Van Buren is a used-up man with nothing new to offer. Oh, and I have one more fact that everybody knows. His vice president, Richard Johnson, has had several affairs with African American women.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. I tell you, your candidate, he looks like Dracula.
I just baked a fruitcake in honor of your campaign.
I object. This man is trying to poison public perception of an honest politician.
You object, I object. His candidate should have been buried at Tippecanoe. Don't make me take this Dracula. Unbelievable.
Gentlemen, you are giving a very bad name to politics, much like children playing in the marketplace. In Luke chapter 7, but Jesus said wisdom is justified in all children, which would mean that wisdom is expected in an election year from candidates even if they are children. This is Sarah Honeydew for J&S Biblical Productions, saying somehow the American people will still have to elect a president after all of this. Good afternoon.